So yes, definitely.
What did you say?
I'll give you this one.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Any of these.
I don't know if Jamie's a man or a woman.
I mean, for them to just, you know,
I guess that brings me to my second point. But first of all, let me say that, again, we're reasonable people. The studios said they would need 3 years to study dragon building technology. We know they have the resources, but, we took that off the table. We said, okay, we'll go with basic human rights instead. Okay, that. But, the other thing maybe later. It's the other thing that I'm really here to convey, not just to you guys, but to the whole world, to all the other writers, and particularly to the studios. Writers are completely out of touch with reality. Writers are a crazy person. We create conflict for a living. We do this all the time, sometimes on a weekly basis. We create horrible, incredible circumstances and then figure a way out of them. That's what we do. And, the AMPTP really expected us to sort of fall apart, to get bored, to not care, to start fighting with each other or calling each other names like Rob. Never going away. And the fact of the matter is, they didn't count on just how crazy we can be. We're from the people that make these stories. We think that Mr. Deeds went to town, Mr. Smith went to Washington, and that it is in fact a wonderful life.
What do we want? A fair deal! When do we want it? Now! What do we want?